by you. I'll be your everything, your blue sky. I go to war, fight. Damn right.
All right, we're back. Welcome to the Professional Stepdad Show, everyone. Today is December 24th. Happy Christmas Eve to everyone. Merry Christmas to everyone. I'm so blessed and grateful to have each and every one of you tuning in, listening on Spotify, iTunes, SoundCloud. We're not on Anchor. I don't know why we're not on Anchor. I think it's because their platform's just kind of too hard to use. Anybody else believe, or anybody else feel the way I feel, and my wife feels, if the easier a platform, a website is, kind of like the who, what, when, where, why, get to the point, exactly what I'm looking for. That's what I'm into. I love that stuff. But yeah, anyway, or tune in here on YouTube. We're very, very close to the 500 subscriber mark, and I wish there was a way for me to set up a camera in my office to see my reaction every time I notice that I get a new subscriber, because I just know that that's just one more person who not only listens to the show, but that is able to share this information so that we could possibly help 1 or 2 or 50,000 stepdads and moms and families kind of make it through. Yesterday's episode was about moving on and moving past the idea of quitting, of walking away, of throwing in the towel, of giving up. Today's episode is going to be focused on the hard work will pay off. My son plays basketball. If you've been listening to the show, you know this, and he loves it. And his shooting coach, or his trainer, was telling me that he needs to get more shots up every day. His shot looks great. It looks good, but it could be better. He wants to improve it, and he wants to start changing and developing the way he releases the ball and how he sets up for the shot. And he asked Christopher, my son, how many shots he puts up a day. And I mean, my son was honest with him. He puts up shots out back maybe once, twice a week, and that's pushing it. And that doesn't count all the times he's out there just with his buddies. I'm talking about made shots. Anyway, his manager, whoa, that'd be cool to be. His trainer said that he needs to be putting up 100 made shots a day or 200 made shots every other day. And that will help develop his range, and it'll help develop his confidence when it comes to game time. And that is all about the hard work. So my son and I had to sit down and we had to talk and discuss the importance of giving up something of a lesser value in order to obtain something of a greater value. And in his world, that's video games, that's his phone. That's time just sitting around watching TV. I mean, don't get me wrong, my son reads. My son right now is reading the book Relentless. And if you haven't read it yet, I highly recommend you have your kids read it, especially if your kid's an athlete. Read Relentless. But it's about buying into the hard work. And that's what we have to do as stepdads. We have to buy in to the hard work. We have to buy into the hours by ourselves. We have to buy in to the books and the websites and the shows that we listen to in order to not just get inspiration, because this is not what this show is about. This show is not to bring inspiration. I'm not trying to be inspirational. I'm not trying to be that person. What I'm trying to do is I'm trying to share with you what I've done through my journey that could possibly help you in the moment that you're in. And I can say with full confidence that all the success that I'm experiencing now in my step parenting journey came from all the hours and preparation and late nights and tired eyes that I put into just understanding myself, understanding my wife, understanding my kids, learning how to communicate, letting go of my past, remembering that I cannot parent the way I parented, or I was parented by when I grew up, and how most of us grew up that are listening to this show. Things have changed, but also things haven't changed. I mean, I think I've talked about this a few times where it's not like I go around and I beat whoop my kids with a belt like my parents used to do to me, but because that's, you don't get anywhere that way. But at the same point, I am very hard when I need to be when it comes to holding them accountable and responsible, especially when it comes to hard work. I believe in hard work. I believe that the more work you put in, the more you'll get out of something. Whenever I do speeches or I talk to groups of people, I'm very clear before I start. Whatever you put into this, you will get out of it. And if you're on your phone, if you're daydreaming, chances are you're only going to get what you can, and then you're going to really do nothing with it. And that's for a lot of people, where they seek out information, they want to change and learn, but then they realize, holy shit, it takes how much work, how much time, how much money? No, I'm okay. I'll figure it out myself. But let's be honest, if you could figure it out yourself, you would never have been seeking information to be better. You would have never tried to connect with individuals and asking them questions on how you can be a better man, leader, and father in your house. So you have to buy into the hard work. You have to be obsessed with the hard work. You have to be patient with the hard work, because it does pay off every time. And I think if you're listening to this right now, I think you can, if you were honest with yourself, you would agree with me and say that everything you've ever accomplished in your life came with hard work. Have you got lucky sometimes? Sure. But then I can argue that, hard work and mixed with preparation led to your success. So, and that's because you bought into whatever it is that you were trying to do. And in this case, being a stepdad in a blended family where you have all this negative activity happening all around you, and people trying to tell you how to do things and when to do things, and you can't do this, and here's how it should be. If you're not investing all that time, energy, and effort into bettering yourself, into strengthening your mind, into preparing yourself for the bad times, because trust me, there will be more bad than there'll be good. If you're not spending that time preparing yourself for those moments, you'll crumble. You'll buckle under the pressure. And that's not to say that even somebody like myself, who has prepared for a very, very long time, personal development and growth and studying who I am as a person have been something that's been a part of my life since 2006. When I began my, why do I do things the way I do things kind of journey. And even I fumble, I mess up, I screw up, I make mistakes, and I'm just able to get out of those moments. I don't keep myself in a mental prison that long. I let it go, and I continue to move on, because I understand that all the hard work that I put into being the man that I want to be in my blended family, I know all the hard work that I put into it, that I have wiggle room. I have room for forgiveness. And the hardest part is forgiving yourself. So buy in. You have to buy into the hard work, because the hard work will pay off each and every time, and I can guarantee it 100%. And this is something that you have to relate to your children as well. We have this generation of kids coming up who are lazy as fuck, and they don't want to do anything, and they're entitlement, and they just want to be given everything, and Christmas presents aren't enough. They want cash, and if they don't learn how to earn things, if they don't learn how to invest themselves into something, if they don't learn hard work, for instance, like my son needing to get up 100 made shots every day, then they won't ever value the success when it comes. And the same thing for you, gentlemen. I can't tell you when you're going to find success. I can't tell you when you're going to get acceptance. I can't tell you the day that you're going to get love and admiration from your children, and that everybody will just kind of welcome you with open arms. I can't tell you the day that'll happen. But I can tell you that if you're putting in the hard work for yourself, if you're doing the mental work, if you're putting in the time to better your relationship with your partner, when the time comes, when the moments happen where it pays off, you'll be aware of it. And you'll be able to appreciate it more, because you'll be able to tie it into all the hours that you spent getting yourself to that position, to that point in your life. So the hard work will pay off every time. But it will only pay off if you buy into the hard work. Make your peace with the hard work. Start small, be meticulous, write things down, make sure you journal. Those things. That's all the hard work, all the videos, all the podcasts listened to, all the notes you've taken, all the seminars you've attended. That's also hard work. Even if you felt like you got nothing out of something that you listened to or attended, if you go back and think about it, I'm sure you can take one little nugget out of there, write it down, and move on. That's another thing too. The hard work will pay off, but only if you allow yourself to continue to flow forward, keep moving forward. Don't be stagnant and wait for things to come to you. Not like I can, you could put all this work in and all this time into becoming a better stepdad, and you're just going to sit in your office and go, okay, why is nobody coming up and saying they love me? You have to still go get it. You have to put yourself in positions to win. The only way you can do that is by doing the hard work. So the hard work stepdads will pay off. All right, everyone, that's episode 153. Again, Merry Christmas to everyone, and I will see you soon. Be well. Hey, thanks for listening to the show. Listen, if you know a stepdad who is in need of any of this information, do me a favor right now. Hit that subscribe button and share this episode with them as fast as possible. Did you do it? Okay, you did it.
Quiet on the set, please. Thank you, everybody.